Come sit down with us, and today, let's cover more of the top 100 players of 2025, 21 through 30. And we're starting off with number 30 here, Xavier McKinney. Actually, I want to ask Sherelle this question first, being the Packers fan here. How do you
Hey
like this?
man, I'm happy with it. I think it's a good spot for the man. Excellent player. I'd say there's only room to improve from here, but I like it.
No, do you have any safe? We're talked about this last time, right? Like, what are the top safeties? And he was up there. So, is there
He
any
was
like big
great.
safeties left, or you think this is the last safety on this list? Because I think we got through them, right? Unless I'm blanking on somebody.
Yeah.
We got through like Derwin James, Jesse Bates, Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably the top one. Yeah, because I can't think of anybody else that we're missing.
I think safeties might be done.
Yeah, because I mean, to be honest, I don't know if you guys knew, but safeties rarely crack the top 30. Very rare.
Oh, wow.
So for him to be there, that means he's probably the last one, and it's good for him, because he is in the top 30. But they rarely do get into the top 30. It's usually other positions at this point. So yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I think that 8 interceptions last season helped.
He's the best Green Bay player by far.
Oh, do you agree with that, Drew?
Hey, actually, let's see if not McKinney. Matthew Golden's up here, man. Next year. Let's see next year, bro. I'm hoping, man. He might win me my league.
He may. He's
looking. I think Golden is gonna be on here, buddy. He's washed.
That's the only reason why I'm watching the Packers. Wait, he's the rookie. What are you
talking
about, bro?
Yeah,
he's already washed.
Yeah, all these rookies we saw on this list this year, he'll make it next year. Don't worry.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I know, man.
He's one of those that talking about fantasy, his ADP is going, is dropping on there. So yeah, that anyways, back to McKinney. He wasn't even ranked last year, obviously, so this is the first time on there.
Was it ranked?
It wasn't even ranked at all last time.
Top 100?
No. That's what when at least from there.
They lost it, bro. Dude, I feel like they just put something in the AI to make this list. That's Looney Tune-ish. Like what? I was sort of last year.
I was shocked too because then I'm looking at the the little promo that the NFL kicked out and it says 2024 rank NA and I was like, really? I didn't know that.
There you go. Good
I
for him.
Shocked. Yeah, good for him.
Moving on.
All right, number 29, we got AJ Brown from the Eagles. I felt like he was a little. I don't even know the right word there. Not as active as he's been in the past seasons. Underperforming. I would feel he underperformed this season, so it's kind of amazing to see him this high on the list. But what you got, Kev?
I don't agree with it. CeeDee Lamb is below him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Even I don't even really like Drake London. He is way better than AJ Brown. In my opinion.
He's not. What's going on with this Drake London crap? Y'all are rage baiting me. How is Drake London better than AJ Brown? Bro,
dude,
what?
Last year he was way better than AJ Brown, and AJ Brown went to the Super Bowl. That's all right. That's the only reason why he's up here. He went to Super Bowl. If he wasn't on the Eagles and he had the same stats, he would have been. He wouldn't have even been on here.
That's the most Looney Tune thing you've ever said. He was on the Titans and still was one of the most talked about wide receivers. So the Eagles glaze, I don't know what you're yapping about. I do agree though. I mean, we could just see the list now that clearly, I think we all agreed this last episode. There's a lot of Eagles this year because of probably the Super Bowl. I mean, we have 3 right now for today. But saying AJ Brown, Drake London over AJ Brown is crazy.
I'm not saying I don't even really like Drake London that much, but I don't feel like AJ Brown should be up here. I feel he should be like in the 50s, not in the 29.
I don't know, man. I think it fits him.
Yeah, I think it fits him too. I mean, if you ask my opinion on it, he's a physically dominant receiver, and he's been consistent, and he's always seems to stay healthy. I mean, last year he was 21, so he did drop down a little bit this year to 29, but he's still, his team won the Super Bowl. He still had a really good season. He makes those big plays consistently. So I mean, some people say this is actually a little bit of a ding on him, that he should be closer to where he was last year at least. And, when you talk to some of the masses, but I think it's a good placement. I think in the 20 to 30 range, he should fit myself personally, because he is somebody will do the same thing. He's sort of like like an Evans or something like that. He's consistently doing well. So even with a little drop off or not, it's not that much. So I don't know. In my opinion, it's not a bad spot. He's where he needs to be.
I would say the only people I probably put above him is like CD, Jamar, Justin, and Mike. I think AJ Brown is 5 for me, but so I don't hate the spot.
All right. I'm just glad to see they did drop some. Since I said, like, he was definitely underperforming to past seasons, obviously, because they had Saquon, took all that pressure off of him. But yeah, it's good to see he dropped, but not too far.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll kick it off with the next one. 28, Tristan Wirfs. Buccaneers.
Raise those flags. Go. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Best lineman in the league.
Yeah, kind of sad he is a little bit injured, but hey, he's up here.
Listen,
what do you guys think?
Jarrell likes him with his pull videos, so I think that alone puts him up here.
Right. I think I saw he allowed like 0 sacks this past season, so I'd say that's definitely respectable. I hope that's a correct stat.
Also, wait. Also, it might be because like I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm saying maybe Baker Mayfield's a big boy, so he's not really like going down too easily,
Okay.
All right, no one gonna. We're all gonna be quiet now.
I feel like you're just kind of
I'm not coming on that one.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty Looney Tunes and embarrassing. So we're gonna ban you for now. Pick that guy.
I'm just.
Well, saying. You got to think about it though. He is getting better every year too. Because last year he was 85 on the list, and he went all the way up to 28 this year. And being named All Pro in 2 different offensive tackle positions, he's right and left. He's pretty amazing and consistent, and that's huge for a lineman to jump up that far. You know what I mean? It's just people notice what he does. I think the players notice what he can do, and he's definitely an incredible player. And it's going to be a wonder if he even moves up more.
He also had a first down. I forgot somebody fumbled. He picked it up and ran a first down for us. So
yeah. I think that's too far of a jump. I think too many people saw that pool video since it went viral, and they're like they were stuck in his head, and they're like, "Wow, if that man can jump out of a pool like that, we need to put him up top."
You're talking about that, dude. I thought you were talking about the one he was dumping butter on himself.
No, I didn't see that one. Why was he getting ready for Thanksgiving?
No, that's not even real. I was just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. And the jumping on the. Anyways, we moving on here or?
Yeah, I guess we're going to move on to Jamar Gibbs. This obviously he's number 27, and he's an amazing running back. I mean, you could easily say he could be in the top 20. He could even be higher than this. I mean, he's consistent in what he can do, catching, receiving. He wasn't even ranked the year before. Now, he's ranked, and because he's just an amazing player. I could even see him higher on this list, and so I definitely think he's earned it. But
I don't think he's over Bijan, man. I still don't like that. I don't like the Bijan disrespect. Bijan was last page, I believe.
Yeah, that's one of those questions. And again, when we get done, I think I know Bailey wants to put together where everyone places. We're going to have a good conversation about that. Sometimes they are deserving, but like in this case, I don't know if that's really something against Gibbs. It maybe was just like, why did they rank him, Bijan so low? That sometimes is a question. Is not so much that one is better, is that people just, why did they make him so low? Especially when you see Bijan like number 1 in a lot of, fantasy drafts and things like that, So I don't know. But again, these are players picking these. So maybe the versatile, but even though both of them are very versatile, I don't know. But yeah, I like both of them, obviously, and most people do. They're both getting picked in the top 5 all fantasy drafts, easily.
Yeah, no, he's good. I just who's left as running backs on this? It's just Saquon, probably. Saquon and Derek. I think it's the last 2 we're missing, the big boys. So they're saying he's the 3rd best running back last year. And so they're saying he's over Bijan, Josh Jacobs, CMC. I still don't know if I agree with that, but he is a good player. And
yeah, he's definitely better than CMC last season for sure. So I mean, I agree with it. I think it's good, and he's definitely the better of the duo in Detroit. So I like
Yeah,
to
the
see
last season crap,
that.
like said though, like I agree with you. He was the better running back last season, but like, does this list go off of last season? Because we've seen some Looney Tune placements that sometimes the name carries. So
Oh
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
like,
I totally agree. But I'd say it mostly has to go off the last season because you got to think
Yeah.
we got all these rookies that
And
magically made the list.
look at this page too. Look, 21's a rookie. So I think it goes by last year and year all around, like
because if it was
Yeah.
going off
across
of
Has
the
to.
board
last year,
too.
like you, like I think as Kevin said, and then AJ Brown, or you said it too, shouldn't be at 29. So this is why this list is a little Looney Tune-ish. Like, what are they really basing it off of? I feel like they're all over the place.
Yeah, they
I
are.
think Shane said before, like a couple videos back, if you would have been paying attention, he actually read, what it was based on, and I think we all agreed at that time it was baloney.
Oh, okay. So you just stated the obvious. Thank you for your input there.
You're
Moving
welcome.
on. Oh, Drell, Daddy's talking. All right, moving on. 26. Zach Bean. I don't even know, bro. I'm not gonna get this name, guys. So Eagles fans, roast me in the comments. If I can't say his name, he shouldn't be in the top 26. I know he's a linebacker. I've seen him in the Super Bowl this year. But I feel like the glaze is kind of crazy. Maybe the Eagles glaze is starting to come in. Because why in God's green earth is this guy over 90% of the linebackers in the league? I don't know.
Well, it said I think he earned his first team All Pro honors and a Pro Bowl selection. Obviously, they went to the Super Bowl, so he didn't need to go to the Pro Bowl. But I think he said he had like 3.5 sacks, 1 interception, fumble recovery, and 5 forced fumbles.
That's it.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah, I mean, get better.
That's the stats, and he's 26.
Yeah, so he's got in the 16, so 2024, 16 games, 151 total tackles, 93 solo tackles, 3.5 sacks,
Shane,
one
do you
interception.
like this? Because remember when he said Levante David in the first page shouldn't even be on the list? You probably like this guy, though, huh? With the 3 sacks?
No, I mean I'm going with Bailey on this one. I think this is one of those picks that people are going to be and maybe something with the being on the Super Bowl winning team and stuff. I mean, he did good, and but he was like a sort of a late breakout for him. He was really not that exceptional in the Saints when he was over there. He played for like 4 years, never had. I mean, I guess he wasn't bad. I mean, he did have some, never. I guess he never had fewer than 40 tackles. I saw on his stats, but I mean, I just don't know. I think this is a little high for him, um, personally. He's more of a situational rusher. He's a good player and he's solid, and he basically got the All Pro level, in 2024. So that they may be rewarding for that because he sort of, was a breakout for that when he went to the Eagles. But I sort of go with Bailey. I wouldn't really think he should be this high. I would have put him down a little lower for sure.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
like
Kevin,
this
you got
pick.
anything? No? All right. On to the next one. We got at number 25, we got Daniel Hunter. Now, this is interesting if you want to compare stats. Obviously, he's a defensive end versus the linebacker there. It says that he had 17 games. He only had 46 tackles, 31 solo, 12 sacks, 3 passes defensed, and 1 forced fumble. So, in my opinion, I would say those stats are even worse than Zach Bond. So, do you think it's
Hmm.
just the position wise is why he's higher than him? Because maybe out of all defensive ends, he ranks higher.
Yeah, that's again. I don't know. That might be. I don't know if I like this. Who just Texans just signed too? Because didn't we were talking about this? That's Daniel Hunter and somebody else on that line now. It's going to be dangerous.
Yeah, because
Crap.
this past season was his first season with the.
Yeah. Anyways, but if yeah, I don't.
Maybe he's going off of legacy too. He's a veteran, right? Maybe that's it.
I don't like this. This list is so dumb. One time we're like it's legacy, next is last season. Like this makes no sense. I don't know. This
Yeah,
list is so weird, man.
maybe they just put all the players' names in like the thing that they turn for bingo, and then when they pop it out, they're like, oh, number 25, this person, and they just do that.
I
like
guess he's one of those. From when I was really digging into him too. He's one of those. I think a lot of people don't really pay attention to what he does, and he is pretty consistent with his what he does on it. The sacks and stuff. Like it's not a like he's continuing always. He has a lot of tackles. He's just sort of a, I think they thought he did really well in the Texans, and some when you look at it, there's combined tackles and how many games he's played. He played all 17 games. It was a big jump because I don't know if you guys noticed when I looked at it, he was 68 the year before, so he went all the way from 68 to 25, and supposedly they're really looking at what he did with the Texans, but it's a big jump, and I
That's
don't know if
ridiculous.
I don't know if he exactly earned it or not either, but
how can those two guys jump so far up, but yet like AJ Brown having a per se off season drops 7 spots, 8 spots, and then the other players that we have all been talking about, like okay, they had a crap year, should not be this high. They dropped
Travis
so little,
Kelsey.
but yeah, like these guys are leapfrogging so far up.
Travis
That's
Kelsey
got
was
to be a
legit
position
on the
thing. That's
last
crazy.
page. That's correct. Yeah. Wow.
yeah. But he does get he always gets double digits
We'll just have
sacks.
2 more
Maybe that
pages.
they like that. I don't know.
Well, speaking of Travis Kelsey, number 24, Brock Bowers. I told you guys he was an elite tight end. He was really good last year. He had, seen right here, 112 receptions. That's insane for a rookie. And being in the Raiders, it's crazier too,
No, I hate this. I'm sorry.
Really?
Brock Bowers is awesome. Again, I know we keep bringing this up. It's crazy off of one season that he's at 24. I hate this I hate these
agree with
rookie placements. Like, how are we judging this? He is all right. You're like how I know we keep going back. How is Sam Laporta on that first page? I take a Sam Laporta right now over Brock Bowers. That makes no sense to me. Well,
The
how is
only
Brock
thing,
Bowers all the way down here?
the only thing I will say, I feel like George Kittle should be over Brock Bowers. But I feel like Brock Bowers is high up here because he is good. He is one of the best tight ends. Being the first season, him being the best tight end in the game right now.
Okay, Daniel
That
Jones
has to
had
say
one of the
something.
best first seasons. Look at his career now. Like this is so dumb. He is not over George Kittle. This is horrible. I'm sorry. He's not over
Uh,
George Kittle. He's not over Sam Laporta. Let's drop him. The Glaze is crazy. His team, did they even have a positive record? Probably not. Raiders are buns. Brock Bowers carries the Raiders. Carries them to what? To L's? They don't
well, I
do
think
that.
I do believe what Bailey's talking about is what a lot of people are talking about out there, because I think Brock Bowers is an amazing tight end, but I think this is very abnormal for a rookie to crack the top 25. This doesn't normally happen, and the reason why is they usually want to see a couple 2 or 3 years of domination, especially with a tight end, before you can get that high. Because you didn't see somebody like a Kelsey in his first year get put up that high. None of them really do. So I think there is a lot of love toward him, but I think it is probably a little premature because why if he comes out and has a sophomore slump or he doesn't do as well? Now it's gonna how far are you gonna drop him? Why if he gets, half of the yardage and stuff. So yeah, it is a little far for somebody. I do think he's obviously we expect him to do well, but yeah, just I would think you need to earn it with a couple more years of doing it to get this high. But he obviously had a very good rookie year. But this is definitely a hats off to him because, like you said, most people don't get this high. First year.
To be
Crazy.
fair, though, I know Raiders had a worse record. I just looked this up. But 49ers also had a losing record. But to be fair, they did go to the Super Bowl 2 times or 3 times, I think, right? With George Kittle.
I think it was only 2 times.
2 times with George Kittle. But if you want to base it off last year, they did have like a losing record.
Okay, so then they both should be on bottom page. At this point, then
Yeah,
going off of
Florida
that,
should be up here.
like
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying because you said the Raiders have a losing record because of him, but no.
yeah, I get your point, but that's everyone's argument for Brock Bowers. I'm not saying George Kittle is carrying the 49ers. I've never said that since my life. But all the Raiders and Brock Bauer fans, oh, he carries that offense. He carries that team. So what? So literally what? Off of one season to a losing record? Well, I'm sure he'll have a great career. I'm sure he'll become one of the greatest tight ends of our generation. I'm not saying if he keeps playing how he did last year, but like, dude, off of one season, amazing rookie season. Bro's at 24. He's over George Kittle. And George Kittle went to 2 Super Bowls, by the way. A tight end that went to 2 Super Bowls, he's over because of one good season. Well, George Kittle's probably had better seasons than him in multiples. Like, what are we talking about? I'm sorry. It's just like it feels like everyone's gonna be like, oh, Brock Bowers hater. He just shouldn't be this high off of one season. I mean, I said this about every rookie on this list. It's just stupid to me. Like some of them don't deserve to be this high off a season performance.
I kind of agree with you.
But he's still top 5 tight end in the league, so I want him to make the list, just not this high. Again, Sam Laporta, we all hated that one. We all agreed on that one, anyways. That was stupid.
Dude,
being in the 90s is so crazy. That we'll always go back to that one. That's crazy.
Yeah, and they went to conference. Anyways, yeah, me and your dad were talking about this. I feel like the Raiders. You guys were dogging on me. You guys were saying things. I feel like the Raiders are making it this year, man. The Raiders are a scary team, dude.
They're scary. They're a scary team with who? Geno Smith, the 50-year-old at quarterback. Oh, I'm gonna be scared when he walks on the field. Shiver me timber.
Hey, don't be crapping on Geno Smith, man.
Oh, I'm gonna crap on that guy. Screw that guy. He's buns, bro. He is so.
All right,
buns.
moving on. It's me now, isn't it? Yeah. 23 is Lane Johnson with the Eagles. I mean, this is his positional value, being that he's consistently one of the best offensive tackles and probably one of the reasons people consider Eagles line one of the best out there. And they obviously won a Super Bowl. So I don't really think there's any issue at all. And it shows with the Super Bowl when he moved up. He was 41 the year before. Now he's 23. But he's one of the most dominating offensive tackles that we have out there. So I honestly don't have any issues. What about you guys?
This is the only player I don't hate being over Tristan Wirfs for lineman. Lane Johnson. I mean, for gamers out there, Lane Johnson is the only 99 lineman this year, Madden. He got there's only a few 99s, right? In the beginning of every year. And they gave him the 99 out of what? I think it was like 6 players. So that's respect. A lineman. He got a 99.
It was by a huge bump, too. It was like the second.
Oh, yeah. Me and Kevin did the Madden podcast. Yeah. That one, he was over every lineman. It wasn't even close. Like the second one. I'm blanking on their rating. But yeah, obviously, the NFL knows this guy's good. EA knows this guy's good. Madden knows this guy. The fans, Eagles fans, everyone knows this guy's dominant. Like you said, he's also one of the reasons Saquon had the blocks he had this year to have his best career of his career. Best season of his career would have been better if I said it like that.
Of his career. I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree. I like the placement. It's good for him. No complaints there.
Good guy right there.
So the next one.
All right. Well, 22. 2-2. Max Crosby, the beast himself. Probably one of the most dominant pass rushers I've seen growing up. This guy needs to be tested every season, just like Myles Garrett, because this guy's on something. Quarterbacks literally poop themselves when they have to go against this guy. So I think this is well-deserved, personally.
Yeah, he's one scary mother trucker right there, man. Him, and doesn't he just like George Kittle? Doesn't he over there do smelling salts too, like throughout the game? Keep him at a high rage level. I wouldn't want to go against him. I like the placement though.
Be surprised, yeah.
Yeah, I actually think he's being underrated here. Because last year he was number 10, and he's dropped down to 22. I think he should be in that 10 to 15 range easily. His performance didn't go down. I think the main reason was how bad the Raiders were and the perception of that, him with the team. I think he got sucked down because of how bad that team was, so he suffered in this rankings. But I could easily see him as 15, not 22, in the top 20, I would say. But he's definitely the most valuable Raider.
I would say the only pass rusher I probably have above him is Myles Garrett. He's top 2. I think it goes Myles, Max Crosby. So maybe you're right. Maybe he could have made the another page here. Honestly,
I was gonna say this. Don't clown on me. I know Myles Garrett is the best in the league right now. Do you think he should be closer to him, as like in ratings?
Yeah. I think he should be. Like I said, if Garrett's in the top 10 or top
Probably be in the
15,
top 10.
wherever he's falling, I think that's what my point is. I think Crosby should be closer. I'm not sure he really deserved to drop from 10 to 22 because his performance didn't, like a lot of these guys, like Jarrell was saying, you see a performance dip and all like that, but I don't really see that with him.
Oh,
His
yeah.
stats and his aggression and how he helps the team. If he's out, just think how that affects their defense. So yeah, I don't know. My opinion, it's he got sort of underrated here.
I mean, yeah, but like you said, if we're down to the last right after him, it's 21 players remaining here. We're going off every position, right? If it was just pass rushers or just defense in general, yeah, he should be higher. But like, it depends. Like these last 20, I think, have to be like dominant players. Like if they left their team, it's completely different. Max Crosby is good and is insane. I don't think he would make that much of a difference if he got traded from the Raiders. Like you said, he's probably the second best pass rusher in the league, and Raiders are still buns every year. So obviously he's not a player that's going to change the team where they go to playoffs. Like literally, Myles Garrett is literally the reasons why Browns have won a game. This man is literally like intercepting field goals, which I don't know how that's human possible. Like that dude is jumping over a field goal and trucking people. But I don't know. We'll have to see the rest of the list. But if it's some Looney Tune shenanigans, maybe I'll agree with you. But I don't hate the spot right here.
All right, coming in at number 21 and wrapping up this list for today is your Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jayden Daniels. Also with a Pro Bowl selection, man had over 3,500 passing yards, 25 touchdowns.
Agree with it.
Bailey, you're shaking your head. You don't like it?
This same thing with the Broncos. I hate a rookie being this high. I know he won Offense Rookie of the Year. I know he made it to the championship. I know he got some playoff wins. I know he defeated some good teams, but dude, come on.
Bro was electric on the field all season.
You're saying Jayden Daniels off of 1 year is a better player overall for Washington than Max Crosby several years on the Raiders. Whoa.
Yes. No, yeah.
What? Yes!
Dude, because he carried the Washington Commanders, a poverty franchise, to the conference finals.
No, I hate when people say that. They have studs on that team. The only thing that was missing was the quarterback. They had Scary Terry for years. They had Austin Eckler, bro. They had the one tight end, bro. They had studs for years.
You just proved your own point. You said the one thing that they were missing was a quarterback.
Exactly.
So they brought in the right guy, the right quarterback that helped elevate the whole team to that level.
But you've already said if Max
just say that, you've
already said that Max Crosby is not the player to make a difference on the team. He could leave the team and not make a difference. So right there, yes, a player that comes into a team and makes a difference is more valuable than a player that doesn't make a difference. You're proving the point for us.
No. Yep. If you put Daniel Jones on Commanders, they would have went to championship.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would. Jayden Daniels was not that much of an impact. That's just because that's their first decent quarterback. He's not. In 3 years, no one's gonna be talking about this dude as much, bro. He had a great rookie season, bro. The glaze is crazy. Yeah, look what happened when he got to championship. When he first he didn't win a good defense. The pressure got to him. He's good. He's going to have a solid career. But 21, he's over all these guys off of a season?
I think, I'm sort of in between both of your groups here, I guess, Bailey and you two, is I don't really think he should have been ahead of like Lane Johnson or, Max Crosby, to be honest, because they have been consistently doing what they need to do year in and year out. And I'll have to argue they're just as important for the team as Jayden Daniels because, they really is. The Raiders would not be anything on defense really without Max Crosby. And Lane Johnson is really the reason they key in on the block in the Eagles. A big reason I think they won. And, doing the things they do on the line, even the tush push and stuff, he's one of the reasons why. So in my opinion, I think Jayden Daniels is probably going to be worthy of this, but it is hard. I understand what Bailey's saying. It is hard when you put a rookie in the top 25.
I'm not approved to Kevin and Jarrell why they actually agree with me and they're tripping. Last episode, right? We did our NFL hot takes. What did I say? Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback in the NFC. None of y'all brought up Jayden Daniels. We're saying, oh, maybe Jalen Hurts, right? No one said Jayden Daniels, but now all of a sudden he's this guy. Guess who's above on this list? Matthew Stafford. So you guys agreed with that take though. So what happened to that? What happened to that logic?
Well, the
now that
problem
just
I
flew
had,
out the window.
So
Now,
now
Jayden Daniels at 21.
You don't agree?
Yeah,
with,
look at Jarrell
with,
smiling. He knows he
Taylor-
just got cooked.
No,
He knows he just got cooked. But
up there.
huh?
Okay, just because he's on this list, I never said that he's the best quarterback in the NFC. But and I understand what Shane's saying about how these other position players are just as valuable to a team. But no matter what, if anybody asks who's the most valuable player on a team, who is the most protected player on the team, who is the most important person on that team, it's the quarterback. Doesn't matter who it is. So that quarterback ranks over any other position. That's why they're the only ones that can't get hit during practice. Everybody else can get banged up, hit, whatever, because they're expendable per se to a certain point. Obviously, we all know the main players that aren't. So I don't have a problem with, yes, a rookie quarterback that came in and lit it up being over linemen or defensive ends. I don't have a problem with that because that position is naturally and stated the more valuable position. I'm not saying he's the best quarterback in the league, and obviously there's going to be more quarterbacks above him. And yes, overall, I would probably pick Stafford, like I agreed with you, just because of his experience and his time in the game. Like you said, when the pressure got on, Daniels got a little weak, got a little flustered in the game. Stafford would probably not have that happen to him. But at the end of the day, I don't mind him being in this position as my take.
Well, quarterbacks, I can understand. Quarterbacks generally do get moved up the ranks very high. I mean, obviously the top 10 even is filled with quarterbacks usually, running backs, quarterbacks, receiving, those kind of positions. I think like you said, I just hope, it's hard when you get somebody this, if let's say Jayden Daniels has a CJ Stroud type season, sophomore season, how far are they going to drop him down the list? Because they put him up so high after 1 year. If he just, and it doesn't mean he's a bad quarterback. It doesn't mean, CJ Stroud is now expected to be really good this year. Everyone's thinking he's going to bounce back and be this great player, and nobody's saying he stinks, but he had a bad, really overall, not that great of a year. He did, have some good high points, but that's what the thing with Jayden Daniels is. It is hard. I can understand. It's hard that they put somebody up. I understand both sides. Quarterbacks do get, they're a team leader. They do get a lot of votes, but I hope for him that he does continue this and have another amazing season. And I guess that's what the players thought. They think he is, but they thought that about CJ Stroud too. And then, it didn't happen. So yeah, it'll be interesting what you guys are both all saying here.
It's just like if we're all right, I could agree with Jarrell on the position part. If he wants to say, I agree, quarterback's the most important position. So if he wants to have Jayden over Max Crosby, Lane Johnson, I'll let it survive, even though I still think it's Looney Tune-ish. But the argument I want to fight for more is just him compared to other quarterbacks. He's beating out like guys like Matthew Stafford on this list. Like, I just feel like, I'm not saying Jayden Daniels making a championship is impressive for his rookie year, but he should have been in the 50s, in my opinion. There's quarterbacks I would have over him, right? Like, I'm still choosing Lamar, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford. Who else?
I wouldn't.
I'm not putting
Mahomes. I wouldn't put Hurts above him.
Bro just won a Super Bowl.
He won a Super Bowl, but he wasn't the most valuable person on that team.
Oh,
so in my opinion, on that team, Saquon should have been wearing the "Don't Touch Me" jersey, not Hurts.
I agree with you, but that also fights your whole argument. That your whole argument just crumbles when you say that, because you just said the QB is the most important part of a team, and you just said
for every team but the Eagles.
I'm
blazing Jalen. Why is that hurting my argument?
I'm pro Jalen. No, I'm saying Jarrell.
No, he's talking about me. He's talking about me. That's why I said every team but the Eagles.
I don't like the Eagles too much, but I feel like Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah, you're
in the league.
You're
right
gonna say Eagles hate. I'm Eagles hater too, bro. But if Kenny Pickett went in there that whole Super Bowl, we're not winning that Super Bowl. They were not, bro. Jalen Hurts was throwing dimes to Devontae Smith in the end zone. What are you talking about, Jalen Hurts? Oh, he's not important, bro. Are you serious, dude?
Listen, man.
If Jordan Love tried the QB tush push, he would not do it. He's not bulky like Jalen. That's impressive.
a backup QB went in and helped win their first Super Bowl a couple years back. So, I mean, look at that.
Jaylen wasn't even on the team.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. I'm not just saying general. So their
So
backup
why do we care about that?
Right, so a backup quarterback for that team can go in and win. That's all.
We already know. Well, we can already.
Come on.
Hey, argument's sake, we can already tell. I mean, there's obviously some quarterbacks that haven't came on the list yet, and we know they're going to be on the list. So Jalen Hurts is going to be ahead of him. You know, Josh Allen, Joe Burrows, Lamar Jackson, all those guys are still haven't showed up. Yeah, so you know, there's a lot of quarterbacks ahead of him. So I mean, that's not horrible where he is in that case, but you know, I think it would have been worse if they put a rookie up there ahead of these guys that have done more. And like even I have nothing to get. I think Jalen Hurts, you know, is going to be up in that top 20 because he led his team to a Super Bowl and he was a big part of it, you know. So I don't think he's going to be ahead of like people like Josh Allen or Jackson or Burrows. I think none of us believe that, you know. And I honestly would think Hurts is probably the next quarterback on the next list. You know, in my opinion, I think he's going to be the next one coming up. That's my prediction. And then the other guys are going to be rolling into the probably the top 10 and stuff. So because, you know, there's not a lot left. I mean, Joe Burrows, he probably top 10, Allen top 10, Jackson top 10. You know, you got a Mahomes and Jalen Hurts left.
It's probably going to be Jalen Hurts top 10 over Saquon Barkley because he won that MVP in the Super Bowl.
Jalen should be top 5 on this list. I don't care.
Yeah, he's going to be top 5.
He's Super Bowl MVP.
No, I think he'll barely be inside the top 20. Barely.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be above Saquon.
I think he'll be a top 20. I don't think.
No, I agree with you because this list is dumb. They probably will put him on the next page, but he should. If I was making the list, top 5. It's Super Bowl MVP. That's Looney Tune-ish. That Super Bowl MVP. So you're saying top 5.
But earlier you were saying that a lot of these Eagles players just made it because they went to the Super Bowl. So now you're saying that he should get an extra
2 different
push.
things. Super Bowl MVP, making it a Super Bowl. Yes, it is 2 different arguments.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I mean, you just got to think of numbers too, though. I mean, we just named like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. You got like 5 quarterbacks ahead of them. You got receivers. You got, you know.
I don't agree with this personally. I feel like he's going to be above Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow. I don't agree with it personally, but I feel like he's going to be.
Mahomes shouldn't even be on the list if we all agree on that. But
yeah, but he's going to be on the list.
Well, the next list when we talk about it, you know, I guess we're at the point of Yeah, what's our predictions?
He is better than Stafford. He is better than Stafford, man. Don't even try.
Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Matthew Stafford is way better than Patrick Mahomes. He had a way better career. Oh.
No, he didn't. Bro, Patrick Mahomes is top like 10 quarterback of all time in NFL. Dude, you're dumb.
He's not top 10. Patrick Mahomes is not top 10, bro. You're tripping.
You're dumb.
He is buns, bro. He's not up there, bro. Matthew Stafford is way better. If I had to pick a quarterback, I'd pick Matthew Stafford any day of the week to say
out of all his career, his whole career.
If we're adding his whole career, Matthew Stafford had a crazy career. What are you talking about?
You lost the plot.
Realistically, Mahomes should only have 1 more Super Bowl than him, right? Mahomes has 3, Stafford 1, and one of Mahomes' Super Bowl was a ref randomly calling a flag on a no defensive hold. So realistically, yes, Matthew Stafford's better, bro. Mahomes gets carried by his team while Stafford carries his team. So shut up.
I don't agree with you there.
Well, also you have.
I don't agree with you there. I feel like Patrick Mahomes carries the team, not the other way around. All right, whatever.
Their defense carried so bad last year. Bro was buns. He didn't do crap. Oh, but Mahomes carries the team? Are we serious?
The whole team was injured.
Oh, my God. The team was injured.
All right, guys.
Was bad,
Holy cow,
all right.
Bro.
Hey, I think we're at the point we need to do the predictions for the next group. What do you guys think?
Not Mahomes.
What players will be in the, I guess, what is it, 11 through 20?
I'll stick with Hurts. I think Hurts will be in the next.
Yeah, I agree with
that. I think it's going to be on the upper part of the 20 or the teens.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I go Justin Jefferson.
I feel like Joe Burrow and Mahomes are going to be on the next list.
What about
I'm thinking like a Kittle, too. Kittle's probably in this next group.
He was on last list.
He was?
On the last
list. That was the whole debate we had earlier because they put Brock over
Kittle.
Yeah,
he was on there. I thought he was coming up. Okay. I'm trying to think.
What about
Jefferson probably, though.
Who else has not been
has
on
St.
there?
Brown? Has St. Brown been on there yet?
No, I don't think
No.
so. So he's probably
St.
in.
Brown.
I'll switch to that.
maybe
Then
in the
I think
next-
Justin's better than St. Brown, so probably St. Brown more likely.
Yeah, that's a good one. I think you're right because he's not on the list. So
I think this is where we get Derek too. I think Derek was good, but not on Saquon's level. I think Saquon gets page 1, Derek page 2.
How many more like defenders are going to be on there? I know Miles
I
Garrett,
was about to
obviously.
say is this next group traditionally is where you're going to get your last defensive players mostly on
Probably
there.
Miles Garrett.
So Patrick Surtain, Miles Garrett.
Yeah, Patrick Surtain is probably one.
Sauce Gardner, we haven't got yet, right?
Yeah, he could, unless
Sauce
he's higher
passing
than
in
that.
there.
So you think it's going to be mostly defense?
I mean, I don't think it's mostly, but I think I wouldn't be surprised if you're going to see like 5 of them being defense some type, because you don't see a lot of defense in top 10. Maybe a Miles Garrett, somebody like that.
This one was very defense heavy, though. So I feel like next,
because think about it. I mean, we got you got all those quarterbacks left. You got like Barkley left, Justin Jefferson left.
I think it was 5 offense, 5 defense on this list.
Yeah.
Well, no,
we still haven't done.
Heavy.
There's 6. What are you talking about?
Jayden Daniels, Lane Johnson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Tristan Wirfs, AJ Brown.
All right. Well, I guess we'll
said
have to wait to see.
5, you retard. Or sorry, dummy.
Wow. Isn't there 1, 2, 3, 4? There's only 10 people, bud. So that would be half. There's only 10 people total on this. We go by 10s.
Show them with your fingers. You have to count.
Yeah, you have to count. All right, baby boy. You have to count. There's 10 people on the list. There's 10 offense, 5 offense, which means there's 5 defense.
David McKinney.
It's split.
Tristan Wirfs, Zach Brown.
I don't think he knows the positions. You tell him, Bailey. Tell him.
Jaden Daniels offense. Lane is offense. Jahmyr Gibbs is offense.
That's defense, dude. That's defense. They're not playing offense, dude. I'm saying all right. Whatever, dude.
Dude, Jarrell, can you go next? I think I'm losing my mind. Wait, what?
Okay.
Jaden
So what are you saying? So on this list, Jayden Daniels is our offensive player. Right. That's
I know offensive line. I know. I'm saying defense as a whole. I'm playing defense as a whole. I know. I'm counting O-line as defense.
You can't count the offensive line as defense. The name is offensive line. Are you kidding me? I know you're sick right now, but wow.
Dude, they don't carry the ball. I'm offense players carry the ball.
Your boy scored a first down. What are you talking about? He doesn't carry the ball. He picked up a ball and ran for a first down.
Any defensive player could carry the ball, bro. Like, come on.
What is all right? He's rage baiting. He's rage baiting.
You know what? I'm so sorry. I can't be on Kevin's team now, okay? You're right. Jayden Daniels is everything that I agreed with Kevin, just totally switch it around.
You're getting old, man. You're getting old.
Bro, I thought I was tripping, bro.
Dude, you are tripping, dude.
Dude, okay. Whenever you edit this video, you have to do the offense is the same as the defense.
I didn't say that. I know their offense. I'm just saying offensive line to me is the same as defense. Oh, all right, whatever.
All right. We probably want to wrap this. It's already like 43 minutes.
I'm losing my mind.
Whatever, dude.
I'm losing brain cells, bro.
All right, till the next list.
All right, yo. Yeah. Drop a like. Sub if you're new. Check out our other lists if you missed that. Check out the future list. Check out our other socials. What are we on? We're on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook. Probably your mom's address house. I don't know what I just said. We're going to move on, though. You guys drop a like. Catch you.
Let us know if you like the offense and defense is the same, too.
Yeah, they're the same.
Don't drop a like. Don't subscribe. Actually, unsub.
Is Tristan Wirfs a defensive player?